Welcome to GLHF. Today, we're going to show you the best top 10 games that are free to play out there right now. 10 or 15 years ago, free-to-play games included very little content in the free portion of the game, and the rest was behind a premium membership paywall. The other type of free-to-play games will let you access all the content with heavily grindy mechanics that made the game pay to win because you can access anything in a matter of minutes if you open up your wallet. Today, however, due to less egregious monetization schemes becoming more popular like paid DLCs or skins, we have a lot of great free-to-play titles to enjoy, and that's why we made this list. Let's start off with number 10, Albion Online. Albion Online is a great game to dive into if you're into MMOs. Even though the game has a paid premium feature, you get trial access to it, and if you take advantage and get the most out of it, you can then buy more premium access through the currency you earned in-game without spending a dime. The game has a lot of content for you to enjoy and progress with a huge map, skill tree, and many other features that can be very overwhelming at first. You can gather resources, scour the map for hidden treasures and dungeons, conquer the world with your guild in the PvP part of the game, and sell all the loot you find from those activities in the free market. The free market in this game is actually very unique because it is based in each city and only has access to what is being sold in that city, meaning that if you have access to high-tier resources or equipment that is not available nearby, you may want to hold on to it and go sell it in a city with a different supply and demand situation so you can max out your profit. The community of the game is quite large and very active, so if you're looking for that PvP action, you're guaranteed to find it. Number 9, EFootball PAS 2020 Lite. Call it football, European football, or soccer, somebody is bound to get offended by it. PAS 2020 is the direct competitor with the very hated FIFA franchise. The reason most people hate FIFA right now is because EA is trying to squeeze every cent out of that game by aggressively monetizing it without making any meaningful additions and upgrades to the game. A lot of it is because the mode that gets the most attention out of FIFA, which is the Ultimate Team, this mode brings in the most money out of the game, and that's why it's the sole focus of the developer. FIFA would be a lot more tolerable if it wasn't monetized like a free-to-play game while being a AAA title that costs you $60 every year to play. Most sports games are very stagnant and usually sell you a new game that is essentially a roster update every year. PAS 2020 Lite is the free-to-play version of PAS 2020, and it has the FIFA Ultimate Team equivalent mode, which can be fun when you never paid $60 to play the game. It is more forgivable that way, and the fact that people will give PAS 2020 a chance would force EA to make their game better for once so it can compete. Stagnation is usually due to very little competition, and playing PAS 2020 Lite is not only a fun free-to-play soccer experience, it also encourages competition that will benefit us, the consumers. Number 8, Cuisine Royale. Cuisine Royale is an April Fool's joke turned into a game. That's not me slamming the game, but an actual fact. The game started out as an April Fool's joke, much like Pokemon Go, with a trailer that garnered a lot of positive attention and interest that inspired the developers to actually create the game. Your armor in-game is made out of kitchen equipment, resulting in pretty ridiculous-looking enemies. It becomes even more ridiculous once you acquire more equipment like the portable IV bag that lets you regenerate health. This game is a pretty hilarious parody of the Battle Royale genre, but it's not strictly parody because it actually offers a lot of unique features. This game is a hero-based Battle Royale that includes zombies, special abilities for each hero that can be used once you acquire enough souls, either with kills or passively charging them over time. You can also progress from game to game by leveling up the skill tree and accessing new skills to be used in-game with souls, or gain new customizations for your characters. The game is available for PC, Xbox One, and the PS4, so all of you can check it out right now and play it. Number 7, Paladins, Champions of the Realm. Paladins is a free-to-play hero shooter by Hi-Rez Studios, the creators of Smite. Everybody loves Overwatch, but not everyone can play it because it is not a free game. Team-based games like that are way more fun with your friends, and that's why Paladins is a great entry for the list. This game is a free-to-play equivalent to Overwatch. The game actually offers more than Overwatch in terms of customization and choices. You can choose a talent in the beginning of each match, changing the entire playstyle of your selected champion. On top of that, you have cards and upgrade points that will change up your build and enable you to enhance your champion's stronger attributes or cover his weaker points And if that wasn't enough, you have purchasable items during each match to make the game's customization even better. The game offers no pay-to-win mechanics and is not too aggressive with its monetization, which is always great. The level design of the game is great and well thought out. You should definitely check it out, much like PAS 2020 Lite, so you can encourage that healthy competition that would make this genre better instead of being ruled by a bigger, stagnant game. Number 6. Teamfight Tactics. Teamfight Tactics is actually a spin-off game from the very popular League of Legends, which is also free, but not on the list because most people know of it already. TFT is now also available on mobile in case you want to play it on the go. This game is a fun turn-based strategy game that is really simple to pick up and play. Once you're confident in your skill level, you can join the ranked queue and climb up the ladder. The game is always kept fresh because the meta constantly changes, so you can't abuse one strategy all the time, and you have to come up with some new ways to win the game. This game can also be considered semi-idle because of the times between each round, so you can definitely multitask while playing if you wish. Before we move on to number 5 on the list, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel climb up in the YouTube algorithm and for us here in GLHF to get more great content for you to enjoy. Let's move on to number 5, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. CSGO is a great free-to-play pick for a lot of viewers. This game actually cost you money not that long ago and only recently became free-to-play, but not everyone is aware of that. Everything in this game is free except the cosmetics, which is understandable in a free-to-play game. After enough playtime, you will eventually get some cosmetics that you can sell and trade your way up into buying some better ones. Besides the free-to-play aspect of the game, it offers a lot of game modes and ways to play the game so you'll never get bored. You have the core game modes like Gun Game or Team Deathmatch, along with other new queues in the game like Wingman, and also the competitive playlist for any of you who love to challenge yourself. In your downtime, you can always check the community servers that include many fun activities like surf maps and many other unique modes that are not part of the core game. Number 4. Brawlhalla. A lot of free-to-play games are usually an alternative to an already established game that is not accessible to everyone because of the game's platform or the fact that there's no free competitor, and Brawlhalla is exactly that. While it might annoy some of the players who enjoy this game, Brawlhalla is very much a Smash Bros. Free-to-play version, and that's not a knock against the game. This game can be very fun to play with your friends, much like Smash Bros, and as far as I know, this is the closest you'll ever get to play Smash Bros without owning a Nintendo console. Much like many other games in this list, if you're done playing casual or with your friends, you can join a ranked playlist alone or with a friend in duos. There are no pay-to-win mechanics in this game, and most of the things that cost real money are skins anyway, so the gameplay is not affected. There's a high skill ceiling in this game, as you would expect from a 2D fighting game. But the game is always competitive, and that's why it's a great pick for you on this list. Number 3. Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is a AAA title that became free-to-play fairly recently, and most players are not aware of that. The game is a looter shooter with several classes designed to complement different playstyles within the game. The class you pick includes different skills and abilities that can be gained by leveling up in PvP or in PvE. As you max your player and slay different bosses, you will slowly upgrade your armor and weapons, which can then be used against other players in PvP. While it's hardly fair or balanced, it's still fun that players who put time into the game get to have an advantage over the others, and that's why I suggest you mostly stay off PvP until you max your account. The DLCs of the game are sadly behind a paywall, and sadly they have the most fun content in the game with the best raids, which are the most challenging PvE content. Don't forget, however, that this is still a AAA title with a huge budget behind it that gives you a campaign experience together with PvP and PvE, so it's still a great pick for this list considering you will pay nothing for that. Number 2. Apex Legends. Apex Legends is fairly popular, much like other games that were not included on this list, but Apex made the cut because it's one of the best free-to-play experiences out there. This game came out already polished with a great UI, innovative ping system that almost eliminates the need of voice chat, and many great features that revolutionize the Battle Royale genre. This is not surprising at all considering the fact that Respawn Entertainment, the studio behind this game, includes some of the core personnel from the original Infinity Ward who created the 2007 version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, a game that revolutionized the FPS genre. The game is part of the Titanfall universe, which is another Respawn Entertainment title that is very underappreciated. and it's the first one to bring a Battle Royale game that is hero-based into the mainstream. This game alone saved EA last year after a very weak showing from their other titles, and while this game is free, a lot of people wouldn't mind coughing up $60 so they can keep enjoying it. Every EA title is bound to be ruined by their greed, but surprisingly enough, much like every other Respawn Entertainment game, this is a banger that EA did not successfully ruin yet. Before we jump into number 1, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the future videos. Number 1. Call of Duty Warzone. I'm sure most viewers are already aware of the game, and I'm sure a lot of you are already done with the Battle Royale genre, and that's fine. There's no objective way you can make this list and not put Warzone in the top part of it because this game brings the smooth, famous Call of Duty gameplay into Battle Royale while using all of the game's assets and not cutting any corners. The graphics are great, and you can play the game together with 149 additional players. The game has many unique twists, like the contract system that keeps you active and vulnerable for a chance to get money and access kill streaks or revive a dead teammate. Once you die, you still have a chance to get back into the game if you win a 1v1 duel in the Gulag, which is a great use of another asset in the game, the gunfight mode. The cutscenes when you enter a match, get dragged off to the Gulag, or win the game gives the game a lot of character. The game has a very Fortnite-esque Battle Royale monetization scheme that will give you access to new guns even in the free-to-play version. This is actually a good change considering how bad the pay-to-win situation was in the Black Ops 4 Battle Royale mode. It's actually nice to see Activision stepping back and being a bit more consumer-friendly. For those of you who watched to this point, what is your favorite free-to-play game? Make sure to write it in the comment section below, even if it's not on this list, so other viewers can enjoy it as well. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck and have fun.